It'll be tough to forget this evening. How about your surroundings here at Valcour Bay? And hopefully we'll have a memorable fight as well. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson. It's the Mexican monster, David Benavidez, a two-weight world champion at both super middleweight and light heavyweight.
Just take note, Todd. Check out the reach. Check it out.
The fighters are ready to go. Let's hear the official introductions. We turn it over to the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, here is Mexico's first ever undisputed world champion and renowned star of boxing. Here is a 4-division world champion and an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo Alvarez. Fighting out of the blue corner from Phoenix, Arizona, an all-action, exciting 2-division champion of the world, known as the Mexican monster, David Benavidez.
And of course, we fight outside today, Johnny, and that's going to put a little extra strain on both of these fighters' conditioning.
The wait is over. The speaking stop. The fight begins.
These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. Nice defense on that hook. Punch and just got countered. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. And he scores with the counter. Nice counter shot. Swing and a miss with that jab. Open air stadium, blazing sun. What do you think about this?
In such heat, the cornermen need to be able to do their job. Think about what they're doing. One to cool you down, one to ice you back, one to give you instructions in your head, and one to just calm you to tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Because that's the most important thing. Forget about the heat. Forget about everything else.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Care who you are, when you get caught with a body shot like that, you're going down.
Even I've got to see that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
He's up, but for how long? Look at her. On the heels, look at it, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed.
Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. All right, Alvarez in that last round. Let's see how the corner handles their fighter here after being dropped twice in that last round. And there's the bell for round 2. Gotta be feeling confident heading into this round after knocking their opponent down twice.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. What an upset here as Alvarez goes down. Could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
A shot from the...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
At the halfway point, there's no doubt who's won this round so far.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
They have got great ring IQ. Counterpunches are the best.
And he wasn't ready for that counterpunch. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. The Mexican Monster's in trouble. In that last round. You gotta wonder how big of a factor that knocked it. On to the third. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they gonna come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head through.
Nice counter shot. Himself out, though. The straight right just misses. Hook not connecting. Both men step back for just a moment. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Just missed with that hook. Drop their guard, they get caught. Nobody home with that hook. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
There's the bell for round 4. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward, seemingly with endless energy, John.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
Straight right just misses. Punch, counter punch. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
How about that time counter shot? Alvarez in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
The bell, sometimes it could...
There's the bell to start round 5. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then, put the pressure on.
Those counter punches have to hurt. They threw the hook. It didn't land. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
It's the one who draws first blood, Tom. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Good counter punch. Need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. That counter punch caught him clean. The straight right just misses. Tried to score with that hook but missed. Catch and shoot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. How about Alvarez in that last round? The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
These are not...
This is the beginning of round 6. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Straight right just misses. You'd like to see more jabs. Nice counter. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This can be so frustrating when you're in such a fast fighter. Fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. They exchange punches. How about Alvarez in that last round? You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Every second, every...
there's the bell to start round 7. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those...
And wisely, they're going to take a knee here. No choice but to do that.
Absolutely gassed out, didn't know what to do, and hurt on top of that.
So he's going to shake off the cobwebs and bounce around the ring a little bit here. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight, it's the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history book.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Alvarez in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who had. And we enter the 8th round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Throw a shot, they get countered. Good counter punching. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Got him there. Do you believe this? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They are going to surrender. No mas. Well, the corner has thrown in the towel, and that will do it. The fighter not happy, but those are the rules.